Hi everyone, this is kdrama about a girl who can recognize lies from truth just by hearing people's voices. It is a South Korean drama called My Lovely Liar. It is a 2023 television series starring Kim So Hyun, Hwang Min Hyun, and Seo Ji Hoon. In the description and under the video, there will be a list of original soundtracks, don't miss it. And of course, this video without spoilers for the ending. If you like this video format, then subscribe and like it. Thank you for attention, then let's get started. If you suspect someone of lying, pretend to believe him. Then he lies more brutally and gets caught. If there is a truth in what he says that he would like to hide, pretend you don't believe him, and he will sprout the rest of the truth. The story begins in 2018 with a gang that is trying their best to find out that betrayed and pass the information onto a rival gang. And they hire a liar hunter. That would be Mok So-hee. She's a young girl and a fan of Manchester United, who has long been disappointed in people. The fact is that the main character from an early age has a special talent to recognize lies, which spoils her faith in people. She hates his superpower and considers it her curse. From a young age, the girl tried to shield herself from unnecessary communication with others, as a result of which she lost all hope for a happy future. However, over time, she decides to use her unusual abilities for good, becoming a real hunter of liars. The secret of distinguishing lies from truth was laid in her mother's womb. When her mother was pregnant, she kept praying to various gods to give her child the gift of making a lot of money. That's how she got this ability. When she hears a lie, she hears the sound of a bell. That's how she helped the gang find the traitor. Hidden to Kwon, she passes a pedestrian, Kim Do-ha, as it turns out later, who's holding a bloody shirt. The next day, she meets Do-ha on the bus, but doesn't remember him, and helps him push away a man who claimed to be cheating on her girlfriend. Do-ha is surprised that she believed him, that he wasn't cheating, and so he tells him that she hearing lies. If that's what I say, that's what it is. 5 years later, so he solves another case and now has her own cafe, where she meets her customers, as well as her co-worker, Cassandra, and bodyguard, Baek Ji-hoon. Do-ha is now one of South Korean top producers and composers who had to hide his real identity after being accused of killing a woman. Despite all his popularity, he has to always stay in the shadows and hide from the public by wearing a mask. In time, he became a real recluse, carefully hiding the secret. Only his closest colleagues have seen him live, including the famous singer Shaon, who only sings his songs. Shaon and Do-ha won awards for Best Singer and Best Composer. Shaon brings his winner award to his house, but the reporter manages to take a picture of her entering his house with her awards and leaving without them. Plus, the zipper on her dress is unzipped. So, because of this picture, she found out that this is Kim Do-ha's house and they are having an affair. After that, Do-ha is forced to move to another apartment and denies all the rumors. It just so happens that there is another man in the new neighborhood wearing a black mask who harasses women at night. One day, the residents of the neighborhood were looking for and caught a masked man and wanted to know who the pervert was, as they are about to take off the mask. So he announced that he's not the man. She says, "If that what I say, that's what it is." It was Do-ha, and he remembered her. Do-ha is relieved and starts asking So-hee if she remembers him. In order for her to recognize him, she hints that he should take off his mask, but he doesn't and just walk away. However, he's now living next door to So-hee. Do-ha slept very well in this new, small and uncomfortable house for the first time in years. So-hee only works with VIVIZ to buy the building, and her mother is a con artist, and So-hee keeps ruining her plans. Now she is constantly asking and demanding money from her daughter. And her father is now living in the forest after divorcing his wife, and he doesn't need money. Meanwhile, Do-ha works as a pianist at a jazz club, where he wears sunglasses instead of masks. At night, So-hee watches a soccer match and wakes Do-ha up too. They both watch the same match, but are fans of different clubs participating in the game. They are brought food at the same time, and only then do they realize that they are each other's neighbors. The next day, Mu-jin, a composer who is always jealous and wants to know who Kim Do-ha is, comes to So-hee as a client, so that she can help him prove that Do-ha is a liar and is plagiarizing other songs. During the meeting, however, Do-ha only tells the truth, which infuriating Mu-jin, who forces Do-ha to drink alcohol and ends up splashing a can of Coca-Cola in his face. So he couldn't see his face, however, since she was hiding in the secret compartment. When So-hee returns home, she finds a drink of Do-ha in front of the building. Because of the cola stain on his shirt, she recognizes it as Do-ha. She wants to help him, but her temptation to take off the mask wins out. Do-ha wakes up when So-hee tries to put his mask back on. He was out of breath and immediately leaves. Do-ha avoids seeing her all the time. But when they meet again, Do-ha asks if he knows her. He wanted to make sure she remembered him when they first met 5 years ago. So he says he's handsome, but not her type, and doesn't tell him that she knows he's Do-ha, the songwriter. Police officer Hwang Min is transferred to the same neighborhood. Hwang Min is So-hee's ex-boyfriend. Now that he patrols the area, he runs into her all the time. He still has feelings for her. After meeting a client, So-hee goes to a jazz club where Do-ha is playing. But she gets drunk and meets an acquaintance of a former client, and they have a fight. Do-ha helps her by forgetting to put on my mask and glasses. Afterward, they go to a restaurant together because So-hee wanted to eat hangover soup. But the waiter brings 2 soups, so she convinces Do-ha to take off the mask and eat in public. After years cut off from the rest of society, Do-ha finds a new reason to smile. His lonely days slowly begin to change when he's with So-hee. What will happen between the two of them? And how will the fate of the famous but enigmatic composer accused of murder turn out? the VIVIZ original soundtracks.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
If you like this video, please subscribe and like it. Thank you for attention. Have a nice day.
Not again.